guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Land. Today's another Top 5 Wednesday day. As always, the Top 5 Wednesday group will be in the down bar so you can check out other people's videos. As well, today's topic is Top 5 Side Characters that need their own spin-off series / book. Pretty much, I just want to put a side note there that if there's loud noises, there's been construction all day and I've been trying to find a quiet part to do it. So if you hear construction in the background or just loud noises, I'm very sorry about that, but let's carry on. So these basically I just picked, it was really hard actually, this topic, because a lot of the characters I want their own series, they weren't quite main characters, but I wouldn't say they were necessarily very side characters. They're like in that fine line in between. But I made some choices that I'm very happy with, and we're going to start with number 5. So number 5 is from Crash Into You by Katie McGarry. This is the third book in the Pushing the Limits series, and I think a side character that deserves a spin-off in this book would be Ethan, and he's the main protagonist, Rachel's twin brother. Now, her brother Wes did get his own spin-off. His book is the 4th in the series, Take Me On. But that was my least favorite actually out of the series, and I think I'd rather see one out of Ethan's perspective rather than Wes's perspective. But that's just me, so I thought he would deserve his own spin-off because I really did enjoy his character more so than Wes, and especially this book, Crash Into You. Number 4 comes from the Pretty Little Liars series, specifically Killer. I think the character was also in the 5th book, or at least start off in the 5th, or it was the beginning of the 6th book, I forget. But this series is by Sarah Shepard, and I think Olivia Cadwell should get her own spin-off. I'm not going to say any more about her character because if you've read the series, you know the character, but because it is quite a spoiler. But basically, all I'm going to say about that character is that character is very interesting, and you don't hear a lot about that character, and I'd like to know some more backstory and stuff like that. So that's a character I'm going to pick. If you've read the series, you know who I'm talking about, and if you're starting to read the series, you will know eventually, at least in the 5th or 6th book, but I don't want to spoil anything about the books because that is quite a big Number 3 comes from The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and basically I picked President Snow. I think it'd be really interesting to see a spin-off series of him. Specifically, I'd like to see kind of like a prequel, kind of like when he's younger, going into power, like reigning over the capital, and kind of see his mind frame, like did he have pure and good intentions, or was it always evil from the get-go? So I think like a spin-off series, but set back so he was quite younger, just taking over the reins of the capital, and see how, I'm very interested in stories of power. Like I just like to see how people hold power, how power can be lost so easily, how people gain power. It's very interesting to me, so I think it'd be very interesting, especially to see inside the diabolical mind of President Snow. Number 2 comes from Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. And I haven't finished reading the 2nd book. I've gone halfway through it, and then I put it down before, and I haven't picked it up again in recent years. But especially in the 1st book, you hear a lot about Dr. Wu. Now, Dr. Wu has been, I guess, in the press more because his character was in also the 1st movie of Jurassic Park, but then his character got brought back in, played by the same actor. I think it's B.D. Wong. I'm not 100% sure. But he was brought back for the newer movie, and that made me really start to think about his character, especially pertaining to the 1st Jurassic Park novel. And I don't know if he has a bigger role in the 2nd book, and please don't spoil me on that, because I'm only going off the movie for the 2nd one because I haven't finished reading the 2nd book. But in the 1st book, you get to hear quite a bit about his backstory, kind of working for this company, and Hammond acquires him, and, you know, all that jazz. But I'd really like to see kind of like a spin-off where you see how he got kind of like, because he had good intentions, but like fell short somewhere, kind of in like he wasn't always the purest character, like he kind of got greedy there. So I'd like to kind of see that and see how he start off with the park and like kind of see the park before the people got there. Like I know his beginning stages in the book, but see it kind of like start from the very beginning, very raw, and then maybe see like how he got away and how he was hearing about the island, all the stuff that happened, and kind of him doing like press releases and stuff. That'd be really cool. I know this could never happen because Michael Crichton sadly passed away, but I think that'd just be a really cool idea, and I'm very happy that they're playing with his character in Jurassic World, and they kind of left it open for him to come back for a sequel. So excited. Number 1 is actually from the Shopaholic series by Sophie Kinsella. And it is Becky's best friend Suze and her husband Tarkin, or Tarky as they call him in the books, and her family. I just find it'd be really funny to read about them. I really love when her character comes in. I love seeing her interact with Becky. So I think it'd be really cool, maybe like a little novella about their lives. I don't know if it could carry on a whole series, but I think it could at least carry through a book. But I just found that their characters and their stories, it's similar to Becky's, but she's quite different at the same time. And I think like seeing the differentiation between the two and how they kind of come together as best friends. And also Suze has a pretty crazy family. I think I remember her kid's name. I think it's Clementine and Ernest? Something with E. I think they call him Ernie. And then she has another one. So she has quite a few kids, so it'd be interesting to see her life with that, because Becky, I don't want to say that because it's a spoiler. But I think it'd just be really interesting to see how her family, maybe just from the 7th book taking off, or maybe seeing how her family was like formed, like her relationship with Tarky and then them married and stuff like that. Kind of like we see Becky's evolution of her somewhat part of her life. But yes, that is my top 5 Wednesday, top 5 side characters that deserve their own series / book. This was very difficult, and now it's made me really sad because I know that some of these books will not be a reality. So back to the old imagination. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!